This is Crusades Station 4, the Second and Third Crusades. Following the European victory at the First Crusade, the Christian Crusaders established 4 permanent settlements to further protect the city. One of those settlements, Edessa, was overrun by Zengid dynasty, one of the several small kingdoms that emerged from the disorganized Seljuk dynasty. Edessa fell to Zengid forces in 1144, and it prompted Pope Eugene III to call for a second crusade. Many peasants and knights responded to the call. However, unlike the First Crusade, several kings led troops into battle, most notably Louis VII of France and Emperor Conrad II of Germany. However, this additional leadership would not matter as Christian forces argued repeatedly about decisions along the way, and even in Jerusalem, the Christians were split about how to defend the city. The Battle of Hattin showcased just how disorganized the Christians were. After bitter disagreements within the Christian armies, the Crusaders were lured away from a reliable water source where they were exhausted by Muslim forces. The Muslims used their knowledge of the terrain to allow nature to weaken the invading armies. Christians lost the Second Crusade in much the same way they won the First. The embarrassing loss at Hattin and the ensuing loss of Jerusalem led to a Third Crusade in 1189. Holy Roman Empire Frederick Barbarossa responded by gathering 100,000 men, including over 20,000 knights. However, Barbarossa was swept away in a strong current in the Salef River before ever reaching Jerusalem. His heavy armor made him unable to swim, and much of his army panicked and returned home. Luckily for the Crusaders, a second army led by Richard the Lionheart, Richard I, quickly advanced through Asia Minor and reclaimed many older parts of the Byzantine Empire. Upon reaching Jerusalem, though, Richard and his men came up short and were forced to sign a peace treaty with a rising Muslim leader named Saladin. It was Saladin who defeated the Christians just a few years earlier at Hattin. The deal was simple. Christians would keep the cities they captured in Asia Minor, while Muslims maintained control over Jerusalem. However, the Muslims were required to allow safe travel to the city. This map shows the 4 kingdoms established by Christians after the First Crusade.